why yielding and reconnecting. Yielding and reconnecting. You know, when you have been with a person or with people, with churches or with your church, and you have connected very well, and something happened that maybe shouldn't have happened. Something happened which is to test your tenacity. Something happened which is to test your commitment. And you take that thing that happened, you allow that to disconnect you from the people, his people that God has united you with, because you're not willing to yield, and yield your opinion, and yield your own idea, and yield your own desires. Yield. You know why accidents happen? You know, a driver is driving and is coming this way. The opposite, the one driving from the opposite, also coming that way. And this one says, I am on the right track. He is on the wrong track. And I'm not going to bend for him. I'm not going to yield for him. The other fellow said, look at this man. He doesn't know me. That when I follow a path, I follow that path. Even if they say I am wrong, I will save my faith. And they are coming, there will be collision. You might even die. You might injure yourself. You might bring a permanent injury upon yourself. But what do? We yield. I've told you before, John Wesley was riding on a horse. Another person who didn't like the Wesleyan message, he was a minister too, he was coming the opposite direction. And John Wesley had the right of way. The other man was wrong. And so while they were, you know, on their horses and they're coming, the other fellow shouted and said, I never yield or bend for a fool, calling John Wesley a fool. John Wesley replied, I always do. The meaning of that is, you don't bend for a fool. You think I am the fool, but I bend for the fool. You are the fool. You know, even holiness preachers have a sense of humor. And, you know, John Wesley went aside, and the fellow, the fool, had his way. Fools always have their way, but we never hear of them in life. What's the name of that other man? I don't know. What's the name of our hero here? John Wesley. Because he yielded. Yielding and reconnecting. We're told in James chapter 4. James chapter 4 verse 7. Submit yourselves therefore to God. That's yielding. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. He will. Tell me now. Tell me now. Most people I know flee from the devil. Most people I know, they feel they're not the match for the devil. They flee from the devil. But the people who yield to God, submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. We're telling him, pack your load and go.